I feel like I need to do more live videos for you guys, because I have one of you guys saying that you're not getting any notifications for my live videos. So I don't know if that's because of YouTube. I don't know if it's down to settings, but I'm just going to try and be a bit more consistent with my live videos so you can catch my live. But I decided to do a mini live video because I don't want to be on here way too long, and I thought it would be a good idea to do a little chit chat video because I love having chats with you guys. It's so fun, and um you guys can like hear about what's going on with me, because obviously every day is a new day and life is always changing. um I just want to let you guys know that I am trying to keep myself busy, trying my best to make some changes to my life. So, where do I begin? I feel like, you know that phrase when if one thing in your life is not going right or something, if you're not doing something right in one area of your life, it has like a domino effect in different areas of your life. I mean, I don't know how true that is, but why I'm saying this is because I am trying to get myself sorted, and I noticed that when I'm starting one task, it's making me more inspired to do another task, whereas I used to procrastinate on it. So I feel like, guys, if your life doesn't feel like it's in order, maybe you need to start one thing, right? And then when you start on one thing, it may make you feel more energetic to do another task that you didn't really want to do. So, I'm someone that tries to get everything done in one day, and my sister's always told me you can't do that. And now it's slowly sinking into my brain that Rome wasn't built in one day. Obviously, I knew that phrase, but you can hear many phrases in the world, but until you actually understand how it works in your life, you won't apply it. So I'm realizing that if I want to get something done, it's just those little small changes every day. Like, just add in little things day by day, and eventually you get better at what you're doing, and then it just becomes second nature, and then before you know it, you've achieved it. So we shouldn't get discouraged where we feel like, oh, I can't really do this, I can't really do that. Just do a little bit every day. So as you guys may have known from my last live video, I was telling people to get up early, and the reason why I'm telling people to do that is because I'm going to start doing that. And I feel like um it's more about having more time for yourself to get more things done. So I feel like if I get up early in the day, I will accomplish more. Hey, how are you? I will accomplish so much more. I will have more time for myself. Um, hey everyone. Hi. Hi River. Hi Annette. Um, Hi, is it Luna? I can't see the screen very well. Thank you so much for the like. So I feel like if I, um, carve. Basically, why I'm saying this is because I find that, thank you so much for the like, guys. I find that when I used to wake up early, I would feel like more energized to like work it out, do more things. Basically, all the things that I want to achieve, like my goals, I would try and achieve it early in the day, right? And obviously, you can't do everything in the morning, but it would give me that head start. It would make my day seem a bit more interesting, because I feel like um thank you so much, Ava. Ava said, hi, my name is Ava, and I just wanted to remind you and tell you that Jesus loves you. Oh, thank you so much. That is so beautiful. Thank you so much for the love, guys, on my live. Guys, I love you all so much. Thank you so much for that, because that's such an important message. Just to say that Jesus loves you, that is so beautiful, because a lot of people out there don't feel loved. Thank you so much for the like. Hey, AP. Yes, I'm up late. I need to get to bed soon. I need to get myself wind down for bed and, yeah, start my day tomorrow, because tomorrow's Monday. Back to Ava's message. Yeah, there's a lot of people out there that don't feel loved, and this is so, so important, because there's so many people that are dealing with depression. Um, they dealing with anxious thoughts. Uh, they feel like they're being treated bad by the people around them, or they're surrounded by a circle of people that make them feel left out. They just feel like if they were to vanish, then nobody would notice, nobody would care, and even if they did, they want to punish those people. So I want to reach out to anybody that's feeling that way to just know that Jesus does love you. There are people out there that do love you as well. They may not show it, but yeah, you know what? I love the fact that as soon as I started talking about Jesus, the numbers of the people that are on the live just dropped out like flies. That's crazy. Uh, but it's fine. It's all good. Um, yeah, so um, yeah, so I just wanted to also say that about getting up early. How do I explain? I mean, I used to have some really healthy habits where I would journal every night. Oh my gosh, let's reminisce, guys. I used to journal every night. It was so beautiful. Like, if I was feeling like down about my day, as soon as I got my pen and notebook, I would jot down anything in my mind, and any negative thoughts or anything like that wouldn't even go on that paper, because naturally I would start to practice gratitude. So gratitude is so important, and people need to just show up for their day. And when I say show up for your day, get up early, show up for it. Just, be ready for the day. Because if you keep hiding, if you sleep in like what I do, it's not really good. It's just showing that you don't want to be, you're showing that you don't want to be. I don't want, it could be anything, apply to, anything in your life. You don't want to be there, or you don't want to be there for your day. It could be anything. Hi, I don't speak Russian. I might have a Russian name, but I don't speak Russian. I don't know if that's Russian language, but I don't speak Russian. Um, yeah, so we just got to get into this habit where where we're really prioritizing ourselves. And I know people tell us not to be selfish, not to think about only ourselves, but sometimes you have to. Hello, how are you? Sometimes you have to be a bit selfish and think about what works for you. And the reason why I'm touching on this is because I'm now focusing on physical health, um, my spiritual health as well, and my mental health. And I think it's important to do things that, make you feel happy as well, like those little small things that bring you joy. Do those things, guys. And I'm trying to get back into like my old hobbies, like I used to love dancing, so I was doing like a little mini workout on Saturday. I know people say you shouldn't do workouts because it's Sabbath, but I felt like I needed to move my body. Um it's okay. I understand. What language do you speak? Do you speak Russian? Can you speak Spanish? ¿Te hablas español? Um, yeah, and I'm realizing that it's nice to have those little luxuries where, to be honest, your luxuries don't have to be something expensive. It could be something like treating yourself to a meal, or like I like to be alone in my room. I feel like that's luxury to me. Like just locking myself away and then like watching like a video or a series or something. Oh, thank you so much, AP. Are you okay with what I said? To be honest, I'm not okay, but I'm just trying to get on with it. I think lack of sleep is having an effect on me as well. I'm basically just trying to bounce back, really. But I'm not going to be here not pretending, but I'm not going to be here trying to say, oh, I'm not okay, like I'm complaining, like, because there's people in worse situations than me. But I'm working at it. I hope you're okay as well, AP. To be honest, like I feel like I need to do like a cleanse where I'm getting rid of a lot of stuff around me. I don't mean material things. I think social media the internet. I mean, the internet as a whole is so complex. It's like if I turn my phone on, for example, say if I feel motivated for the day and I turn my phone on, you've got news articles on your phone. You've got so many distractions. They put so much things on your phone that as soon as you go onto like a platform or anything, you're distracted straight away. Like if you look at YouTube, as soon as you go onto YouTube, there's just videos, like you're bombarded with videos. So before you can even like search a video, you're thinking, oh, why don't I check this? That's on my homepage. Everything's just it's like so much, I don't want to say noise. Okay, it is noise, but it's like you don't get time to think for yourself on social media. It's just so much going on. And I think this is probably why I like these chit chat videos, because you can just, talk about whatever you want to talk about, get things off your chest. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Um, yeah, you can get things off your chest and just talk about what you want to talk about. Um, are you Russian? Are you Russian or the language? Can someone tell me what language that is? Is it Russian or is it Ukrainian or I don't know. Yeah, so that's where I'm at, guys. Just trying to get myself back. I also treated myself today, guys, because I'm like changing up my breakfast. I used to have like smoothies, I used to have oats and stuff like that, and like I brought myself some oats and I was like putting like fruits in it, and I was just like, you know what, this tastes so much better than having cereal. Yeah, I know oats is probably not healthy over, but like it just by having fruits in the morning, I just felt like I was getting back to the old me. Um, and then I think this is what's having a ripple effect on me where I want to do more healthy habits. Like I even brought some frozen blueberries today because I just thought, uh, when I used to make oats and blueberries, I remember putting frozen blueberries in there, and I used to like when it used to melt and the liquid used to just pour out into the oats. AP said, "Tell me about it. There's too much going on." Shake my head. Tell me about it. Yeah, there is a lot going on in the world. I'll get back to you on that comment. From the city of okay. Russia. Is it Russia? Can I comment on these videos? I don't know if I can comment. 1 second. No, I can't. I don't know how I can leave a comment on the live videos. You'd think that if I'm live, I should be able to comment back, but I can't. Yeah, OP, so much is going on, and I think people just need to be focused. Oh, can I just throw out a random fact, guys? Oh, I thought you was gonna AP. I thought you was gonna say Russia. Nice. My name is Tanya in Russia, Tatiana. Tatiana is the long version of my name in Russia. AP, I thought you was gonna say that the frozen fruits are like fake food. I was so scared. I was like, oh, because you hear a lot of stuff going around on the internet. All those berries and frozen fruits are good antioxidants. That's probably what I need. Like, I have a lot of stress in my body as well, and the reason why I say that is because when you're around certain energies 24/7, it makes you like I'm probably in survival mode, probably. And it's like a lot of stress is stored in my body. I do feel it in my shoulders as well. So I probably need to do more exercise. Probably need to get outdoors more. Um, yeah, but guys, we've got to start taking care of our bodies. But yeah, when I ate like the oats and blueberries, I was like, you know what, I want to get back to the old me. Like I used to do so much healthy stuff, man. I'm gonna get back onto it, but like eating it just made me feel so much energized. I was like, wow, this is good. And then I look forward to getting up to eat it. Like that's a good thing, right? Because I feel like, yeah, getting up before I didn't really feel motivated, but now I'm just like, yes, I can have my oats and blueberries. But I love like when it's like coming up to summer well, spring and summer, and the food that you eat is matching the season, like smoothies, drinks, liquids, like anything that clenches your thirst. I don't know how to explain it, but it's just that nice feeling. Um, but yeah, so much is definitely going on. But yeah, back to what I wanted to say was, okay, I'm very OCD, guys, and I don't mean in terms of tidiness. I think it's to do with like I have this strange OCD. Um, I don't know how to explain it because it's weird. Okay, it's like I can like how do I explain? if you have a problem, I feel like I can solve it. It depends what it is, but I feel like I can solve a lot of problems with the way I think. Um, so like, it's hard to explain. I like doing different projects. It's so weird. I don't know how to explain it to you guys. But I remember in my last job, right, I had an iPhone at the time and I had low storage. I always have low storage on my phone because I just don't organize myself where I get rid of stuff on my hoarder, and which is quite a bad thing. And it got to the point where I just thought it's probably wise to buy a new phone because in my job we had to take pictures of furniture and email it to customers because obviously the furniture was flawed and the customers would need to see the damage on the furniture. And I was so tired of trying to take out my phone and there's no storage and then I couldn't send the email. It was so frustrating. So everyone's telling me to get a new phone. So I did. I got a new phone, which is the phone I'm using now, which is not new anymore, obviously. And yeah. So when I brought this phone, guys, I called it my business phone. Guys, when I tell you words are so powerful, I was like, this is my business phone. And what I did was all my contacts that I got onto this phone was work related. Literally, anybody that I worked with, okay, I didn't get everyone's number, but the numbers from my iPhone that was from work was on my phone. Anybody that was associated with my work, or if it's relatives that are maybe collecting me from work or whatever, I would put them on my contacts. And then it was work related. And when I tell you, there's something like so fascinating about isolation where how do I put this into words? It's so complex. Just by having a work phone made me focus on work. I don't know how to explain it, it's so weird, but so much things happened when I did that. I shouldn't say this on here. I ended up dating someone from work just by having just by having a work contacts phone. Guys, this is ages ago, so don't judge me. I was crossing over to God. Uh, so what I'm saying is if you was to have a folder, okay, just imagine you have a folder, not physical folder, just a category. Like if you want to eat healthy, just imagine if you've got a phone with the people that like to eat healthy and you can contact them and say, look, this is what I'm eating. But why the reason why I'm saying is it's because now phones today are so broad that you can't focus on one thing. That's the point I'm getting at. You can't, if you want to work out, you'll probably end up texting somebody that's not even related to your workouts, and then the people that could help you on your goal or you can motivate each other, you're not texting them because it's just the internet is not in categories, is what I'm trying to get at. It's so broad, and my OCD mind is just wanting to isolate so many things and focus on the right stuff. And it's just like I just need categories, and it's so hard because, as I said, you go onto YouTube and there's so many videos on your feed. We're all distracted, guys. There's just too much going on, you know. Um, like for example, say if I was to create a YouTube channel for just my healthy breakfast, could you imagine how successful I'd be? Because when I say successful, I'd be more successful at creating those healthy breakfasts because I've got a channel for it and I'm sharing it with you guys, well, whoever's interested, and then I'm connecting with other healthy people. Um, is it that you're easy? I'm very easy distracted. Oh my God. I am so easy distracted. Like even at school, when I was at school, my reports would all say that I'm easily distracted. If I hear a noise, I'm looking at the window. Like I am that person. Yeah. I can only get stuff done if everyone is doing that task with me. Otherwise, I'm distracted. I don't really do well by. I can work on my own, but I'm not very good at it, and I think that's where I struggle. I wish that I could have, um, people for different categories where they're working on the same things as me. Oh, AP said it's not a bad thing though. Thank you for saying that. I think, gosh, I just wish that people were more motivated in life, guys. I wish people were more motivated where people are serious about their goals, and if they want to work out, they could create a team where everyone, or where they all get it done, and not necessarily to work out all together, but just to be like, I'm fired up for this is where I'm at. And you learn so much things better that way when you're focused on a certain goal and you're connecting with people that understand what you're trying to achieve. Do you guys kind of get what I'm trying to say? Because I think this is what happens with procrastination, because people are not focused enough, right? And if you're to focus, I am so OCD, guys. When I did the project on YouTube where I was like working on my 6 months goals list, I literally each day I set one goal for a day, and it was so good. I literally threw myself into each task. And when I tell you I connected with the right people based on my goal, right? And there was a lady that I was working with at the time. She got diagnosed with diabetes, but I think she was pre-diabetic. And I'd see her eating, like, okay, even if I didn't physically see her, I knew she was eating chocolate at work, because people at work would offer her chocolate. And then when they would offer it me, I'd be like, no, because I want to eat healthy. So the thing is, if she isolated her goal in terms of like, let's focus on the people that helping me to achieve this goal, I can guarantee she would connect more with me, because I was at that time I was focused on healthy eating. But yeah, so guys, I'm not gonna stay in this live way too long now. I want to wrap it up because I want to start getting ready for bed. I want to get fired up for Monday. Okay, you know how they try and say Mondays is like the bad day. We shouldn't think of Monday like that, but I want to start getting myself ahead of the game. I want to start like waking up at a good time. I want to have more time for me. I want to spend time with God as well. Like, I want to set that time aside. He deserves that. God deserves the best of me. Like, he deserves to see that I am taking him serious. It's okay me talking about him online and talking about him with the people around me and reading my Bible, but the fact that I'm not even like spending time with him, which is kind of worrying. So I need to show him that AP wrote something and he deleted it. Um I need to show him that I'm taking him serious. I wish I saw what you wrote now, AP. Good night, Paul. Thank you for watching my live. Um, yeah, so guys, we gotta get our lives together. It doesn't matter if your life is not perfect now. I think you have to just keep working at it. We're not aiming for perfection. We're aiming for doing better for ourselves and doing better for the people around us, because the people around us deserve the healthy us and the positive us. I mean, I think you want to achieve and conquer a lot of things, it seems. Yeah, I get like people telling me to just focus on one thing at a time, but I feel like that's not good either, because I feel like if I was to focus on one thing at a time, there's other things that are being neglected. Yeah, I have a vision board as well. Um, sorry, I hear noises. I have a vision board as well of things that I want to achieve. Um, but I just feel like it's just way out of whack right now, and I want to get back on track. Um, it's that kind of thing when you start one goal, you realize there's so much other things that you should be achieving, and I think I'm just basically trying to play catch up with my life as well. I'm basically trying to play catch up because I know I have wasted a lot of time in my life, and and it's not my fault. It's just so much was going on spiritually, and I'm not going to dive into that right now. And sometimes there's people out there trying to sabotage your life, and guys, I might have to dive into it. It's so sad that there's people out there that don't know that their life is being sabotaged by the people around them, and they think everyone that is around them loves them. They think that they have a support system when they truly don't. There's people actually sabotaging people's love lives, their happiness. They know that God wants to take them somewhere great, and they're doing everything to stop it. They're distracting you by getting you to watch certain TV shows. When you talk to them, they're not talking about anything interesting. They're just basically wasting your time. Um, you know, there's people that actually want to see people fail as well, and it's quite sick. Um, there's people that are literally sticking around in people's lives, just waiting to see everything go to pot, basically everything to just go wrong. And when you've got energies like that around you, trust me, trust me, it can happen because energy is a real thing. Like, if I'm about, say, if someone was telling me that they want to achieve something and actually telling me what it is, and I'm mad about it, and I don't want them to achieve it, their energy will start to dwindle where they just feel like they don't want to do it anymore, and then they start telling me, I don't really feel energized to do it, and then I could be like, well, why don't you just like take a break? Do you see what I mean? Do you see what I mean with people? You have to so be careful of this. AP said everyone's playing catch up, don't worry. I agree. I agree. But there is some people out there that are playing catch up and they're not making any progress. They're just climbing up two steps and falling back down because of the sabotage, because of what's around them. And guys, there's some dangerous people out there in this world, and they're they're not going to stop until you're too old to do anything about your life, literally. And it makes me mad because I know how some people are, and I am so sorry about the people that physically can't see what's happening around them, and they're literally still, their life is stuck because of those people around them. I mean, it's quite scary. We do live in a strange, strange world, and I hope people wake up before it's too late. I really hope so. But yeah, some people are not going to support you in this world, and you try and achieve things, and you're telling those people that are not supporting you, and they don't want to see you do better. They don't want to see you win. So when you're telling them it doesn't work, because you got to wake up. Even if you know that they're not supporting you, connect with the people that will support you, and you'd be surprised. Obviously, God helps us to achieve things as well. God is so good. Like, He's helped me in so many ways. Like, the more I connect with him, the more he reveals so much more to me, and it's so beautiful. I love having conversations with him. I know I said earlier that I don't spend much time with him, but I do sometimes speak to him throughout the day if I want answers, and he gives me answers. Um, but yeah, life is very interesting, and we need to just keep learning more things, because there's so much things out there that you don't know what's happening around you, and you don't realize it's happening. And we can't afford to be blind in this world because, oh my gosh, like, when I tell you, like, if you can read people, it's such a good trait to have, because people are so sly. Like, I feel so bad for saying this, but there's a lot of sly people out there. They care more about watching other people's lives than they care about their own. They just don't want to see, if they can't achieve it, they don't want to see you achieve it, is what I'm saying. Um, yeah. Yeah, you can't trust anyone. And the scary thing is, I've witnessed like people say things out loud where they're casting spells, and I'm just like, oh my God, oh my God. And you literally have to rebuke it in your head. Like, you have to just say return to sender. And guys, it's just a lot. Like, when I tell you, like, there's some really evil people out there. I'm not even joking. Like, it's so hard when you can see the evil person, but other people around them cannot see it. It's just so frustrating, guys. How people can, like, I don't even know if they're being like evil out loud, or I'm just seeing it. I don't know. I don't know if it's physically obvious or I'm just intelligent. I don't, I really don't know. I don't know what to think anymore. Maybe it's obvious and some people choose to ignore it, but I'm seeing it for what it is. And I don't know, guys. I just feel like some people are born into like certain families that are just basically a trap, right? You're born into a trap. And I try and tell people to just create a life outside of your family, because there it's so sad how some people actually live for the family. And I'm not anti-family. I'm talking about um people that are still connected to the parents, still connected to siblings and the adults, and it's like, can you not see that these people may be potentially sabotaging your life? Like, can you not see that? And how do I word this? I feel like I don't know how to word this, guys. Can I give an example? Right. I want to give an example, but I don't want it to be too obvious who I'm talking about. So let's do a scenario. So there's a guy and there's a female, right? And they're together. They're an item, right? They are similar in some ways, but in other ways they're a bit different. Like their opinions differ, right? And one is very family I can't say the word originated. Is that how you pronounce it, guys? And the other one isn't. Okay, one is awake, spiritually awakened. The female is spiritually awakened, and the man isn't. Okay, he's spiritually dead. Okay, this is where it gets very complex because if you have a lot of spiritual knowledge, um, and you're with someone that doesn't know a lot, it can be a bit complex because if you see something what it is and you try and explain it to them, they're not going to get it, which is fine. I'm not saying you can't be with someone that doesn't have much knowledge, but okay, just put it out there. So this okay, they're together, right? And what's happening is the male is more focused on his actual family, like his immediate family, right, than on his partner, which I totally understand because some people are more loyal to their families than to strangers or to their potential partner or their marital partner, right? I understand that. I'm not saying that anyone's right or wrong, right? What happens is that partner is now in a relationship with you and your family. I'm not even joking. That's literally what it is. They're now in a relationship with you and your family, right? So when your family now wants to stick their nose in the relationship or add their 2 cents to it, that becomes a big problem, right? So, so the reason why I'm bringing up this scenario is because when the male starts listening to the family members over the partner, that creates a rift in the relationship, right? So what happens is the woman is now frustrated because not only does she have to be in a relationship with you and your family, she's also frustrated that now you are listening to everything that they feed you, right? So when she now starts expressing her feelings to you and you don't want to hear it because your family is correct, don't be surprised when that woman leaves you. Okay, so you have to think about it when you're creating a life. You have to create a life outside of your family because it's two separate things. Okay, I understand that there's some people that when they have a partner, they want everyone to be part of the family. The woman has to be part of the family. But you have to be very careful with that because I don't know how that's going to play out, right? And I know there's like some culture backgrounds, like especially Asian cultures, like Pakistanis, Bengalis, Indians, where when they have marriages and then the female moves in with the male and the in-laws basically, and I always hear stories of the wife complaining to me about the in-laws, how the in-laws make her life hell. And you can imagine the reason why, because maybe the man is now he's married to his partner, but he's also still married to his family. So whatever the family says, the family still holds the power. And I don't know. I mean, some people are okay with this, but I don't think that's a good thing in a relationship. I just think that it just creates too much problems and drama, and it isolates the woman as well because she feels like her partner is not really there for her. And you know what, in so many families, even blended families, there's always a problem where um if you've got a step parent, the parent has to choose which side to take in terms of their child. and or their partner, and it's always like in relationships there's always like with families there's always like someone has to take a side. That means you wouldn't have any privacy in your relationship, right? Yeah, definitely not, because I feel like if there's any problems, I feel like the partner may, especially the male, he may go to his family first on advice, um before he goes to his partner. I feel like he may get that solid opinion from them first, especially females. Females are very strong in families. So I feel like they may feed a lot of stuff into the brain, and then the partner may feel like, okay, she's good. You know what that could be? It could just be um toxic manipulation, where somebody that gets a partner, they need it to be somebody that they can easily bully in the relationship, where once she gets involved in that family, all the family start, attacking her. Why do I feel so strongly that there's probably people that are going for that right now? So it's like, I think it's mostly abusive family households where you end up in a relationship with someone and then you move in with them and then the whole family is onto you. I couldn't be in a relationship like that. Nuts. I think it's making me laugh. I love when you say it's nuts. I literally, like, I was watching the other live video, when when you said trying to mow someone. Oh, what was it? Trying to what was it, when I was saying that when people try and mow people. One second, guys. Do you know when I say when people are trying to mow people, and you said trying to mow somebody into what you want is nuts. That literally cracked me up. I had to replay that, and I was laughing so hard because it's funny. It's funny, but it's true. It is nuts. AP is just like having zero tolerance of any bull crap. You're literally like, you know what, I'm just not doing this. I'm just not doing this. But it's so funny. There's so many scenarios out there, and some people get involved in these things. And one second, sorry. Some people get involved in these things, and then once they're involved, they can't get out. Literally, I'm from the UK. I'm in the UK as well. I'm still in the UK. Yeah, but the world is okay. All relationships are not bad. I'm not going to be here trying to say all relationships are bad, but there is some crazy scenarios out there. Um, which country are you from, Mr. Guru? Yeah, there's some really crazy scenarios out there, and people do get themselves involved in some really strange, ridiculous relationships, and you're just like, wow. Hi, Nepal. I met two guys from Nepal a few months ago. It was so cool. Like, I was like, where are you from? I love meeting new people. And they were like from Nepal. I was like, wow, really? And I was telling them how their English is really good. Yeah. They were really friendly as well. Really friendly people. Everest country. What time is it in Nepal? Ah, good morning. See, I need to wake up in the morning. I need to. I don't wake up in the morning. I wake up in the afternoon. So I want to 7:51 is a good time. That's a really good time to wake up. Yeah, that's my new goal. I need to speak slow because I don't know if your English is good. Yes, I need to wake up in the morning. I need to. This is my motivation, 7:51 a.m. What are you doing now? Are you drinking a hot drink? I just could just see myself waking up in the morning. It's nice and sunny outside. I'm drinking a nice hot tea. Mr. Guru said no. Your English is good. Yeah, so guys, yeah, so back to what I was saying. We just have to be like mindful of the people around us. We can't always control it. Um, but yeah. But I'm gonna wrap this video up now because I am doing lunch. Really? At 7:51 in the morning. Wow, you're making your lunch. What are you making for lunch? Hi Luke, how are you? What is your lunch? At 7 p.m. in California. Nice, nice. For medicine. Nice. How old are you, Mr. Guru? You have chicken pox. Oh my goodness. Get well soon. I remember when I had chicken pox. I was a child though. I don't remember it very well, but I remember I had something, and then when you have chicken pox, you have to stay away from everyone. Taco Bell. That rings a bell. I'm not sure. Because sometimes we have like um we don't have like where I live. Sometimes we may have it in London, but not where I live. If that makes sense. Um, AP said you just can't be naive and gullible and put trust in anyone. Trust me, I had to learn the hard way about people. So I feel like it's so hard to explain. I feel like the reason why it's so hard to trust anyone because you don't know anyone's intentions. Um, you can trust a little, but not too much. Like you if you feel like someone's pushing beyond your boundaries, or you feel like I feel like it's important to be in your comfort zone around people, because if you go beyond that, um, who knows what that person's capable of. Wow, you are 17 years old. Wow, so young. Luke said, oh, in response to Taco Bell. Oh, I'm so glad that AP is on this live because I just remembered you live in London. Yeah, Taco Bell where I live in London. That's why I said it rings a bell. I don't know if we have Taco Bell maybe in Birmingham, but I don't know. I'll have to Google it. Yeah, London has everything. It's not fair. Mr. Guru, you are in class 12. Um, Good luck for your exams. Make sure you study. Um, Thank you so much, Luke. So sweet. Thank you so much for the like, guys. Bye, Mr. Guru. Have a good day. Thank you so much for watching my live. Thank you for the hearts as well. That's so sweet. Yeah, so oh my god, do you know I don't know if I should do this topic, guys. I don't know if I should do this topic. Um I really don't know if I should do it. Thank you so much, guys, for the reaction to my video. Thank you so much for the like. can we talk about crime on here? Like crime. Um, I don't know if I should do this on here. Right. Do you know what? Um, do you know what really stands out to me, guys? Is the fact that the internet's been created a long time, as I know. Thank you so much for the like, guys. Luke's a cooking channel. I don't know when that will be. I don't know. Do you remember the internet's been out a long time, but do you remember when it slowly started to develop where you had MSN? You could now speak to people, you know, 24/7, or you could speak to them faster than emails because you had emails before. Luke is still saying cooking video. I'm not sure yet. I'm not sure. Um, you started having that instant messenger where you could message people very quickly, and the internet became a place where, okay, because obviously I was young when, we started having like computers and stuff like that. And when the internet started to progress, right, I was a teenager. Oh my gosh, I remember BlackBerry Messenger. I remember that. Oh my gosh, I used to think it was so weird that you had mobile phones called Blackberries. Do you remember was it the black screen of death or was it a white screen of death? Can someone correct me? I just remember that Blackberries would have that screen of death. Like, what the hell is up with that? Like, why would that happen? Um, yeah, Nokia. I remember my sister was the one to have the Nokia, the brick phone where you had the games, the snake game. She was very proud of that phone. She was always a child that loved like gadgets, and yeah, she was like the first one to have a Nokia phone. I think it was a Samsung. I think my first phone was. My phone even had like when you got the house phone that's got the stick at the top. I don't know what to call it. My mobile phone had that. I remember. I think it was a Samsung anyway. I can't remember. No, it was a Siemens phone. My phone was Siemens. I just remembered now. It even had like the solid buttons where you had to press. When you had to text, you had to press. Guys, I'm showing my age now. When you have to press like the button on the phone 3 times to get the right letter. Oh my gosh. You remember how long texting used to take? Oh yeah, Motorola. I had a Motorola phone, the flip phones. I had a pink one. I don't know the last one that you put. Razor. I don't know that one. Uh, yeah, but BlackBerry Messenger, you could only message people that had a BlackBerry. That's the downside of it. Yeah. I remember like Yahoo Messenger, that was like American one. Like Americans usually had that. Oh, I noticed that Americans don't use WhatsApp. A lot of Americans don't use WhatsApp much. I've noticed that. AP's a proper old school, literally. Next to the flip phones, literally the flip phones, and then oh my gosh, you'd have the little buttons at the bottom, and then that's so weird. We didn't even have touch screen then. Cash App. I've never used Cash App. I tried to get it before. I don't even know if I've got it. Um, yeah, but the reason why I don't know that one, Luke. Antenna pulls out. I don't know that one. Yeah, so the reason why I'm talking about this is because the internet became a place where it was from playing playing like video games. When you used to put the disc in for the video games, or you'd go on Paint or Microsoft Word. Do you remember, like, if you were at school? I don't know if everyone's experienced this, but when I was at school, we got to have computers, and you could go on Paint. You could play like the maths games that the teachers would put you on. It was just very old school. It was quite cool, and the internet was very slow back then as well. AP said, "What do Americans use Telegram?" I think they do use Telegram. I had somebody. They're from the UK though. They asked me if I got Telegram. I still don't know what Telegram is. Mario Paint, Super Nintendo. Literally, my brother used to play stuff like that. The Game Boy and stuff like that. Guys, wasn't it good back then? Uh, yeah. So, um, the internet started to develop where people could now contact anybody in the world, right? I noticed that children that learnt about stranger danger were now being exposed to anybody in the world, right? And obviously I was a teenager when MSN came about, and I just remember like when I was at school, you'd have group chats, and there was this girl, literally, she was the same age as me at the time, and she would create a group chat and she would add in like people from school, but she was also on chat rooms, which is very dangerous. So she would add a lot of people from chat rooms and add, you know what, I feel like if you've got children or anybody that wants to have children, I feel like you can protect your children as much as you can, but it's actually sometimes people from school can like corrupt your child as well and just introduce them to so much things, and it's bad. You can't fully watch your kid 24/7. How Luke said color Game Boy. AP, yep, deluxe painted on computers was 100%. In America, nobody is outside, nobody is empty in here. Are you serious? Do you know, oh my gosh, back in the day before I was born, shops used to shut on Sunday, right? And now, if you go out on a Sunday, there's people outside. Wow, empty on Sunday. So no shops are open. Sega, I don't know that one. I feel like my brother would know that one. Oh, do you know what? I remember we had like these video games when we were like kids. And you know what? To make the game work, you'd blow into it, but and then try and put it in to make sure it works. That's crazy. Empty, nobody outside. Wow. Why is that? Are you serious? Everybody inside on iPads. That's crazy. Because of gadgets. That is crazy. Oh my gosh. There must be a lot of crimes on Sunday then. Because if they know that nobody's out, a lot of people can commit crimes. Wow. Luke said I'm serious. I think there's more safeguarding now with kids when it comes to chat rooms than when I was younger. I don't know. I just feel like I don't really want to go down that conversation because that's not what I wanted to go into. Like that was meant to be background, and then I was going to go to something totally different. Because if I go down this topic, I feel like it's going to open a lot of can of worms. I feel like it's still not safe for children because you got video games where they can now speak to anybody in the world. Empty parks, no kids playing outdoors. Oh, that's what you mean. Yeah, kids are not going to really play outdoors now because they're on gadgets. That makes sense. It makes a lot of sense. Yeah, so as I was saying, yeah, a lot of you could speak to like so many different people. You could speak to people that are your age from different schools that you don't even know. So I feel like MSN became a platform where it was cool to speak to people that you actually don't know, you've never met in your life. And that worries me because from teaching children about stranger danger, the internet became a place where it's like you can speak to anybody without any consequences. It's almost like considered cool, which is like what we're doing now, guys. We don't know each other. We're all talking to each other, but it's like the norm now. Before, like this was not the norm. Like you wouldn't be able to speak to like people from London, from California. Like you'd only speak to them if you physically went to those places. So now it's like we're now open to a lot of people that we don't know. Oh, you're a 90s kid, me too. Skater. Yeah, I'm never indoors. That's really cool. Yeah, so it's like now being on the internet, the whole stranger danger is gone. It's just out the window. Hiking. That's really cool as well. So with the internet, I just feel like this is the whole point of the trust no one talk. This is like where I'm inspired by. Um, the fact that now we live in a world where you can just jump on the internet and you're open to the whole world, literally. Because at first you had MSN. Okay, MSN was not the first, but MSN, you could talk to people, but it was people that you gave your email address out to. And obviously, you'd have people creating group chats, like that girl with the chat room. And it just became fascinating for me to talk to strangers from that point onwards. Yeah, MySpace, I remember MySpace. It's like now, I'm speaking about myself really. I don't know if this applies to everybody, but it's like if you don't have any friends, right, you can now jump on social media, create an account, and just start following a lot of different people that you don't know and create friends that way. And it's dangerous, guys. It is so dangerous because we're now speaking to people that we don't know. And the reason why I'm touching on this topic is because there is so much crime stories flowing around the internet that are real stories, obviously, of people going on dates and being killed. And I didn't want to talk about this on here. My mind was like, Tanya, do not bring those topics, those crime stories onto your live videos. But here I am being a rebel. And it just stems from the fact that the whole stranger danger has gone out the window and people are now just meeting people online, right? And I've met people online, right? I'm not going to pretend to be a saint and act like I haven't met anybody, but the fact that people are now forgetting about stranger danger and they're just open to the whole world, right? And they don't know anybody, they don't know their intentions, and they're physically going on dates with people and their life is gone in that second. So that's what made me think about the when you said the trust no one thing, that's what it made me think of, right? Let me read the comments. MySpace was better than Facebook, 100%. MySpace is so cool because you could go in each other's profiles and there's music playing. Like, I love that aspect of it. And I love the fact that if somebody wanted to speak to you, you'd have to physically go on their wall to make a comment. I like that. And everyone could see the comment that way. I met people from Brooklyn, LA, amazing people, no danger. That's so cool. I remember I was speaking to, oh God, I shouldn't even put this on here. I remember speaking to a guy, and I swear, he was in America, I swear he was a catfish, and he made me delete my social medias. When I say he made me, he didn't physically make me, it was something he said that made me delete it. He was like, he said something that wasn't a lie. He basically said that on social media, people that if you're applying for jobs, they can look you up on social media, which is true, right? So I got paranoid and I literally deleted my MySpace, and I regret that now because I lost so many contacts. I lost all my photos, like I just lost everything. I had a band tour. You had a band page on MySpace. I had band tour MySpace fan page. APC, yeah, that is very dangerous. Just meeting anyone off the net is pretty much a gamble. Yeah, but it's like now it's normalized in this world society now. Like if I speak to people, they'll be like, "Yeah, why don't you just join that day now?" Do you get it? Like they'll just be like it's the norm, and people meet a lot of people off these apps. I don't know if I should list one. Tinder is like the obvious one. So much people meet people off Tinder. Um, they're meeting people. It's just almost like the normal way to meet people. It's like people don't need to go out anymore. They just go on the apps and meet people that way. Luke said MySpace was amazing. Yes, yeah, MySpace was very cool. It was like people. MySpace was first before Facebook, though. I remember like people would be like, "Have you got MySpace?" I hated Facebook when it first came out. I just didn't see the point of it. And then what's weird is like I found with MySpace, I mean, not MySpace, sorry, with Facebook, more people was on Facebook that didn't even have MySpace or MSN. So I was like shocked. I was like, wow. And then people started using it to find long lost friends as well. Yeah, Facebook is dead now. I agree. I rarely sign into Facebook now. I really want to like be like that with Instagram. I want to. Oh, do you know what? I swear, social media is so addictive. They've even created like a new app called Threads. I've not signed up for that because I'm not about to get into another addictive thing. Yeah, people got forced to use Facebook. I agree. Um, yeah, it's just quite scary how people they don't know who they're meeting. They really don't know. That's really good that you only use YouTube. People don't know who they're meeting. They don't know. It's like I could appear nice, but you guys don't know anything about me when you think about it. Like, okay, I know I'm not a danger to society, but I'm just saying, I'm using it as an example. I'm a cold approach person when it comes to meeting and getting to know a woman rather than a dater. Oh, let me read that again. I am a cold approach. Oh, that means like you're the old-fashioned way when it comes to meeting and getting to know women rather than yeah, it's better to meet. I think it's better to meet someone face to face. I'm not saying that meeting face to face is more safer than okay, let me reword this. I'm not saying that you can't meet a dangerous person face to face, but reason why I'm saying face to face is better is because you get to judge them in the they will say I don't know if it's psychology or whatever. They say like people judge people the first few seconds when they meet them, and that's like your first impression. You get the first. That's what I'm trying to say. You get the first impression of someone, but if you're texting someone off an app, you don't get that first impression. That bit's gone. So when you meet them in real life, you can't judge them based on what you see now. You have to go by the conversation that you had, and that's easy. You're easy to get deceived that way. Um. Luke. Luke's just threw the spanner in the works. He said AP is a catch for Tanya. Luke is trying to match make. Yeah, so at least you can't get a catfish when seeing face to face. Literally, you can't get catfish. Oh my gosh. Um, People are so crazy. Do you know what? It's so good to have like some people on this live that literally experience catfishing on the day now. Because I feel like there's some people that are bold enough to use like a really nice picture and then meet up in real life and not look like that picture anymore. I feel like there's some people actually feel. Why I'm laughing is the fact that they actually still meet up and then know they look nothing like the picture. Like, it's funny. It's actually really funny. John said, "This crazy woman again. Why do you keep popping up on my feed?" John, you actually love it. Wasn't you on my other live? Which live was it? I remember, was it, what was you saying on my live? I actually remember you being on one of them. Wasn't you like dropping like something about God? Oh my gosh. What live was that? Or was it, oh, was you on the live about the crocodile? I think you was on that live when we were talking about the crocodile. I was learning by the crocodile. It could be you, I'm not sure. Guys, I'll just try and remember names, but it's just so hard because I know somebody else could have the same username. Thank you so much for the like. Um, yeah. Yes, as I was saying, AP said it was the last alive. Yeah, I think it was the last alive actually, the crocodile one. I know I did one today, but I mean like before one today, the last live. I timed you out last time, John. What did you do wrong? I can't remember. I can't remember. Ah, it's the Catholic guy. I love the fact that you guys do actually remember. Tanya, you have cats or dog. I don't have any pets, but we have a cat that my family feed. Right, it's a neighbour's cat, but my family feed it. So I don't actually have any pets, but I feel like we do now. John goes, I didn't do anything wrong. I'm not a Catholic. I feel like I'm gonna have to go back on the live and watch it again. Oh, Luke to get a kitten. I'm actually scared of cats, guys. I'm actually scared of them. AP's laughing. John the Pope. Yeah, I'm sure you are Catholic, John, because it sounds familiar to me. I don't know. For some reason, I feel like you are Catholic. Oh, John. Um, I feel bad for saying this. If you are Catholic, I saw the bad news about the Pope. Um, Luke said kittens love you. I'm actually terrified of cats and kittens. Well, I don't really see any kittens, but I think I'd be the same way with a kitten. John, where did you get that number from? Where did you get that number from, John? Are you binge watching my videos? AP said John upset me in the last live. Oh wait, was it the oh my gosh, I remember now. Was it the live where I was cussing? It wasn't the crocodile. Oh my gosh, I remember now. It wasn't the crocodile video. It was when that guy brought up the question about the Bible and I started getting freaking mad. Oh my gosh, I remember that. Yeah, John, the Catholic guy. John, you was actually annoying me in that video. Oh, do you know the other guy? I haven't seen him on my live since. Oh my God, I was so harsh to that guy. I was cussing him out so bad. Oh my gosh, guys. John was annoying. John, you was annoying on my live. You was even like, you was questioning like the Bible and oh my gosh, oh my gosh, that was such an awful live. Thank you for rejogging my memory, A, because I totally forgot about that. When you said that you upset me on the last live, that's when I remembered because I was thinking it was a crocodile video. Um, Luke said in 20 years, Tanya is 15. Yeah, I'm 15 years old, John. Thank you, AP. Luke saying laugh out loud. John, please do not. Please do not even gaslight me right now. Do you know one thing that frustrates me? See, I can't even blame John because it wasn't even John to begin with. But the fact that you can label me as crazy when I actually pre-warned people not to discuss the Bible on that live, I was like, I need to eat first because if I'm dealing with someone that doesn't agree with the Bible, not you, John, I'm on about that other guy. I just know it's gonna go round in circles and it's gonna frustrate me. And I actually said that on my live. And the fact that that guy, I feel bad because I'm talking about him and he's not here. So I do apologize if he's watching this, but it's just because this has been brought up again. The fact that he didn't respect my boundaries, he didn't respect my boundaries to begin with because he was asking about my location and I was telling him no and he was still doing it. Guys, why do I keep attracting people that don't respect my boundaries? If I say no, and no means no. Oh my gosh, AP, you're so right. Yeah, I remember that now about John. He was, so John, you was winding me up as well. John was saying that Catholic came before Christianity, and I was like, no, Catholic Christians are first. Oh my gosh, literally throwback. Luke said pre-warnings. Yes, it means no to Luke. Luke, you actually missed the drama. I did a live video and there was a guy on my live. It could have been a female, who knows? I'm just gonna say it was a guy. Decided that they had a problem with the Bible and they wanted to discuss it on my live. So I pre-warned them and I said, listen, if we're gonna discuss the Bible, let's do it on a separate video to this one because I need to eat dinner first. Because I know that with these kind of discussions, especially when someone doesn't agree with the Bible, it's a very long discussion and it goes round in circles because obviously they're not going to get it. So before I knew it, it started to be discussed on that same live video, and I remember another lovely guy that I speak to on here. I found his channel first, and then obviously through talking to him, he subscribed back to me. He was trying his best to answer the Bible, right? And then the more I was seeing that, they wasn't understanding the Bible, the more frustrated I got because I was like, I didn't want this on this live. And then obviously John, Mr. Smart Pants, comes on here saying I was going crazy, but don't gaslight somebody when they're actually pre-warned and they set their boundaries. Um, Um, Din din topic. Literally, oh my gosh, I watched a little bit of that live video back, right? And I remember um I was getting mad because I said to him I could have been making my dinner in that time frame, and he actually told me to go and make my dinner, and that really frustrated me even more. I already had my dinner, Luke. John, you can't sweeten me up now with a kiss. Yeah. So yeah, I'm so glad AP's got a good memory. I'm so glad because I do remember seeing John on one of my lives, but I just couldn't remember what it was. AP, you're genius because you literally remembered. You was like John, the Catholic guy. But yeah, I did that person hasn't come back on my live since. I think they've probably blocked my channel now. They probably think I don't want to be on a live anymore. Um, yeah. Interesting. Who knows? They could be on my live now watching it in silence. Who knows? Yeah, but guys, I'm gonna end this live video now. It's time to get ready for bed. Um, I hope he's put a lot of laughing emojis. Yeah, so guys, thank you so much for joining my live. I'm gonna have to try and do these live videos a bit earlier. I don't know. Rest in Peace wants to catch my lives. Haven't seen Rest in Peace on my lives for a while, so I'm going to try and do it at a suitable time, UK time, not too late, but at a time where they can catch my lives. But yeah, guys, it's been a pleasure talking to you all. Um, minus John. Minus John. But yeah, it's been a pleasure talking to you all. Always. Um, yeah, so I can't really summarize this video because we spoke about so much. Uh, Luke said catch AP. Did it say catch AP? Yeah, catch AP. Bye AP. Yeah, so I'm gonna wrap this video up. I hope everyone has a good week. It's Monday. It's coming up to Monday. Well, it's Monday now in the UK. But it's gonna be Monday for some other people that are still on Sunday. Enjoy your Sunday, guys. Enjoy your Monday. Hope everyone has a good night, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are. Uh, good night to John as well. Good night to Luke. Yeah, so guys, please take care. Keep smashing those goals. I can't even summarize this video because we've talked about so much, but yeah. Um, yeah, take care. Remember, don't trust anyone. Depends, guys. Be very cautious. Yeah, good night, Luke. Good night, everyone. Yeah, so I don't like to go, but have to go. Yes, take care, everyone, and I'll see you all soon. Guys, I don't know why I feel called to say this, but life is so short. Life is so short. We don't know who's gonna make it tomorrow. Yeah, I just felt like I need to throw that out there. There's people that are living like they think that they've got forever. We don't have forever. We could go anytime now. We need to get right with God. It's serious times, guys. We have to make it into heaven. It's no joke. Don't listen to people that say all you got to do is believe in Jesus Christ. I disagree with that. Because God made it very clear when he was banishing people in the Old Testament. People were getting killed, right, for sinning. It's no joke. We have to deny ourselves, right? When people say the old law doesn't matter, it does matter still today, because if you look at what Jesus preached in the Bible, it's still, the Old Testament still stands. He reinforced the law. We have to still follow the law. We have to deny ourselves, unfortunately. We can't feed into our flesh. Obviously that should be a separate video, but God hates sinners. He hates sinners. He doesn't like sinners. God hates, right? He does hate sinners. There's a verse in the Bible that talks about it. So if you think that just by believing in Jesus Christ and sinning at the same time is going to get into heaven, no, it's not. There's so many people that are dead now that probably ain't even in heaven, and everybody's saying rest in peace. It's not always rest in peace for everybody, let's be honest. Amen to that, AP. If you love God, keep his commandments. We need to keep his commandments. Reading the Old Testament is so important. For people to say that with Jesus dying, the Old Testament doesn't matter. We need to stop with that. We need to stop with that, because God, if God sets a rule, right, God stays the same. He does not change. If he killed people in the Old Testament, what makes you think that if you died today, he's going to bring you into heaven? Guys, this is so serious. It's so scary when I think about it, but it's like the fact that so many people are so lukewarm, they don't even see the truth. Luke, I can argue that. Should have done a video about that. That's actually that's actually a false statement, and it's not your fault. It that I did a post on it on Instagram that actually comes from, is it Gandhi? What's his name? Gandhi. He said hate he done a phrase called hates the sin. What was it? Hate the sin. Oh, what was Gandhi's phrase? Does anybody know? He did a phrase called hate the sinner, love the person or something, hate the sinner, and then that's what a lot of Christians adopted that into their theory. I think Martin Luther King, was it Martin Luther King brought that phrase into Christianity. He brought it in, and then that's what made a lot of people believe that God loves them no matter what they do. But if you look at the Old Testament, people were dying just by doing wrong by God. And guys, yeah, I should have. I wish I did a YouTube video on it, but it was Gandhi that brought that phrase in. Martin Luther King was a big fan of Gandhi, and if I'm saying his name wrong, I do apologize. But he brought that into Christianity, and then that's where a lot of deception comes in, where people believe that God loves them no matter what, but it's not actually true. Um, yeah. So God, there is a verse in the Bible, I can't remember it, but there's a verse where it says God hates sinners. He actually hates sinners. He's not even saying he loves the person. He said he hates the sinner, which is the person. But I don't have all this information here, but I remember at the time when I did the post, I remembered it all. Um, Salvation, forgiveness, yeah, forgiveness. Always remember people love. Uh, is an action word. God just warns, but he loves all. I don't think God loves everyone. I don't think he does. I really don't think he does. Oh, thank you for the AP. Thank you for that. I hate the sin and not the sinner. Yeah, that's what Gandhi believed in, and it's not biblical at all. There's a lot of phrases that are not biblical when they say, "Oh, what was it?" There's one where it says that, oh, there's lots of phrases like when they say no one's coming to save you and stuff like that. But if you look at it, God had to save a lot of people. Um, no hate, God loves his creation. God loves our creation. I don't really know, guys. Um, I think, especially Noah's Ark, he killed a lot of flesh. And like, I think because people are not getting killed like that anymore, people think they're safe. That's the big problem. They think they're getting away with it. And I see evil people today, like thinking they're getting away with so much because they just think they're invincible. Um, I'm sorry, but I don't think he does. I mean, everyone's gonna have their own opinion. I don't think he does. He doesn't because, oh, I personally don't think he does. I think you have to become like him for him to love you. And it's not me talking bad about God, it's the truth. I think if we don't step into who they want us to be, they're gonna deny us when we die. And that's why these Christians telling people, oh, as long as you just accept Jesus Christ, you'll be saved. What the hell is that? To be saved. Okay, I'm not here to talk bad about anyone's opinions. If anyone believes that, that's fine. But I disagree with that. And that's not for me to say I'm right or wrong. It's just that I'm not following that theory. Because I know that I've got a lot more to do. Yeah, God does love us. Because if he didn't love us, he would kill us. To be honest, he would kill all flesh again. But he's not approving of how people are living. He's not approving of it. He's really not. I agree, AP. If God forgave everybody, we'd all be going to heaven. God knows our hearts, and He can love us, but say, okay, imagine, okay, for example, just say that God loves me and I go out shooting everybody, right? And He loves me. I'm not going to get into heaven. Read the Bible. Yeah, I understand what you're saying, Luke. See, I understand what you're saying, but what I'm getting at is that um Christians are saying these things, but they're not preaching the reality of things. AP said, mistakes don't matter, it's the consequences, yeah. If you know God loves you, you won't go shooting. But people do though. People do. Anyone's capable of anything. Anyone's capable of it. You don't know that if you're really provoked, if everything's been taken away from you and you're angry with the world and someone's really living on your case. I mean, I remember I shouldn't even say this. I remember like being mad on the phone to my mom and saying I feel like shooting that person, right? In that moment, we're not allowed to have guns in the UK. But imagine in that moment, if I'd have gone, I probably would have done it because I'm mad. But I'm not a murderer. I'm not a killer. But in that moment, I could have become one because I just feel like that person is literally taking everything away from me. Godless versus Job in the Bible. AP, I disagree. Read Job chapter 4. I haven't read that one. I definitely need to read that story about Job. Luke said good night. AP, the reason why I disagree with that one is because I don't have verses, guys. Um, see, when I read the whole Bible, I'll be able to have verses and stuff. But um, apparently, all sins are equal. I know the verses now. Um, guys, I feel bad if I'm like being like, oh, I disagree. Sorry, I just feel like I'm being like all cocky and stuff. Um, yeah. So basically, this is where people in Christianity or people that are not in Christianity that are following the Bible. Basically, you don't have to be in Christianity to follow the Bible, but for both groups of people, this is where, how do I word it? This is where they have a wake up call because what I like to tell people is, right, regardless of who they are, because there's a lot of judgment, there's a lot of people online that are believers of God and they're very judgmental to people that are I'm not going to say it on here, but people that are changing, you know what. And I try and remind them that, listen, they're sinners like us, right? We're all the same, right? And we're all going to get judged the same. There's Bible verses where God talks about that if you hate your brother, you're no different than a murderer. That's example. There's another one where if a woman sleeps outside of marriage, she's no different than a prostitute. Um, the reason why I'm saying these verses is because it's the comparisons where God is gonna, if you hate your brother, which is to us that's a very small thing, is now comparing you to a murderer, so you'd get measured the same. Um, that's just an example. I mean, I might not be able to convince you, but everyone's gonna get. There's no sin bigger than the other because we're gonna all get measured the same. Because God doesn't see it like. Well, the reason why I'm saying this is if someone murders someone and then I just cheat on a partner, God is not going to be like, okay, that person that killed somebody is doesn't deserve to be forgiven, but Tanya does because it's a small thing. They're both as bad as each other, is what I'm trying to say. So people that think, people that backslide and they think, okay, right, having sex with someone, I can be forgiven tomorrow. Your class as a prostitute. So if you're gonna be doing that, I mean, if anyone's got that job, I do apologize, but a job as a prostitute. I do apologize, but if you're gonna have that mindset where you think, okay, I can easily be forgiven, all sins are the same. And this is why Christians need to start being judgmental to different groups of people and start slating people as devils or people that are changing genders. They start attacking that group of people, but at the end of the day, they're no different because they're all sinners anyway. Everyone's all sinners. We're all going to get judged by God the same level. Let me read comments. Yeah, I need to read Job. Oh, AP is so cute. Thanks. I wanted your answer to know if some sins are bigger than others. That's why I wrote that. Oh, you wanted to know the answer. That's so cute. I didn't know that. I thought you was making that statement. Sorry. To add to that, the people that believe that all sins are measured the same by God, they're the ones that are very scared because they're realizing that to get into heaven, you've got to be crystal clean. Whereas then religion teaches you that no, you don't have to worry about sin. As long as you believe in Jesus, you've got a chance in heaven. So they're telling people that it just wipes all your sins clean. That's why religion and the Bible, it's like, who do you believe? So I feel like all sins. This is why I kind of like love everybody. I do love everybody because I humble myself and I know that if I speak to somebody that is I don't know. Okay, if someone's cheating on their partner, for example, I can't look at them and be like, oh, look at them cheating, because there's a sin that I've done that's completely different, but also no better. So it's like all these people that are fighting against God and they're talking bad about God, we're gonna get measured the same as them anyway. So it's like we're all in this together. We're all gonna get. I think I did a video talking about sins all measured the same. I'm sure I did on one of my lives, but I won't remember which live. But I tell people all the time we're all in this together, but people don't get what I'm saying. Everyone's distracted by groups, by race, by gender, by religion. Everyone's distracted. It's like they're in this secret competition where they think, okay, I'm a woman, I'm better than a man. Oh, I'm this race, I'm better than you. Or I'm in this religion, my religion's a true religion. And it's like, guys, you're so distracted by it that we're going to all end up facing the same fate where we're going to meet Jesus and he's going to tell us, depart from me, I never knew you. Those words, scary. To think that all this that you've done on earth, right, you haven't done what was required of you, and then you get to those gates and God, I don't want that for myself. I don't want that. I really don't want that for myself. It terrifies the life out of me. And I've got to work so hard to just walk away from sins. And it's a constant battle every single day. Guys, it's so scary. It's so scary. You don't know. Like, the fact that we're all fighting on earth, not realizing that we're all going to end up facing the reality of if we're making it or not. And everyone's so distracted by, oh, this is my religion's better. Wait, join this Christianity, join Jehovah Witness, join this one, join Catholic. Oh, guys, what are you, what are they doing? Religion is not important. It's about having a relationship with God. So it's like, when you look at the comparisons, when God starts comparing the sins, Fairy, I fear him so much. I'm so scared. I'm like, I can't come this far to not, just come this far. I've got to make it to the end. Like, I'm so terrified. Like, because I know there's so much more that I need to do. And the thing is, a lot of people teach people that it's not about doing work, it's about just believing in God, in Jesus, and you'll be saved. And I can't listen to that. I'm so sorry. I can't listen to that because if you don't, if you don't, the reason why they say that is because in the Old Testament, people would sacrifice, they would burn animals for their sin, right? To be forgiven. But I saw somebody write online that was temporary forgiveness. So obviously if you sin again, you're going to then do it again. But with Jesus dying, because apparently the blood cleanses sin. For him shedding his blood for all of us, that's meant to wipe away your sins, like forgiveness. But I feel like you've also got to repent, right? You've also got to go to God and repent first. You can't just be like, oh yeah, I believe in Jesus, but there's things eating at your heart, your conscience, there's things that you've done in your past and you haven't repented for it. Like, I feel like there's a lot of things that you've got to do in order to get into heaven. Like, if I cheated on my partner, for example, and then I'm going to now give my life to Christ, but I haven't told God, like, listen, I've done this sin, I'm really sorry, please forgive me. I don't know. I think that I am making a point. I don't know. Everyone's going to believe differently. AP said you should do a live on the steps to make to heaven for everlasting life. I actually did one actually. Oh, what was it titled? If you ever like type, I don't know if you can search on my page, but if you ever go on YouTube, type in Tanya Renaissance and put heaven, I think. I did do a video about it. This is before you met me though, AP, before you came on my channel. I did do a video on it. I don't know if it was a live video. I think it was. Yeah, it was a live video. I did one because a while back people were getting worried about getting into heaven, and it was a very long video. I was very organized back then. I used to write my notebook and then do live videos. But yeah, I do remember doing one. It was the steps to get into heaven, I think. That wasn't the title, but I remember I was talking about the steps. Next time I do a live, I'll tell you what it is if you can't find it. But yeah, guys, I'm gonna end this video here now because I need to get ready for bed. I'm tired. But yeah, if anybody has any other questions, let me know. I don't have all the answers, but I'll try my best. I mean, guys, if there's anybody in here that feels like I'm wrong, that's fine. Okay. I'm not here to claim that I'm right. I'm just going by what I think I know or what I believe is right, okay? But I do believe that God does judge all sins equally. And the reason why a lot of people don't know this is because I remember I used to look at people's sins and be like, oh, that person killed somebody. What kind of person are you? That person's done that. Da 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 da. And that's when it becomes judgmental, where you start comparing yourself to people and you're looking at them up and down like that, and you're just like, that person's ridiculous or that person's bad. And then but then that's why there's a Bible verse that talks about like when you point someone correct me. This is not the Bible verse. I'm just making it up in my own words, but it's something along these lines that if you point a finger at somebody for their sins, they'll be finger pointing back, something like that. Because there is some harsh verses in there that talks about, telling you, reminding you that you shouldn't like. I can't remember. I'm not going to try and quote the Bible. If I get it wrong, I'm going to be in trouble by God. But you can judge accordingly to the word of gospel, but you have to be careful. If you're judging someone, basically, it doesn't like hypocrites. Okay, it was about people being hypocrites. Like if I start judging somebody on my life, but I'm also doing the same. Like if I'm judging someone for gossiping and then I'm also gossiping, then I'm going to get judged by God for that sin. Do you get it? So when people are telling people to just believe in Jesus Christ and you'll be saved, they're not talking about how if you start judging someone for their sin and you're being a hypocrite, they're not talking about that though, are they? They're just talking about, oh, you'll just be saved, right? But yeah, I feel like I need to just say, because I was clashing, I wouldn't say clashing, I was disagreeing with Luke on some of his points as well, but he is right that God does love people, but at the same time, you have to be careful. He doesn't like sinners. So when you have that mindset and you realize that he hates sinners, then you realize that you've got to really show up for God. And that's something that people are not very good at because people don't show up for their relationships, right? They don't show up for their partners. They don't really go that extra mile for them. So to show up for someone that's higher than all of us, that is a job. That's a job to do, right? And are people willing to put in that work, right? Are people really willing to put that in? You've got to really imagine just getting up every day and showing up for God. I feel like he'd be proud of me for saying that, you know, because it's not showing up for other people, you're showing up for God. And I think a lot of people want to impress other people around them and be all righteous to everyone around them. But what about your relationship with God? Are you showing up for Him? Is the question. AP, I might, for your case, I might do another video on how to like make it into heaven. I might do another video on that actually. It might be important. But yeah, I'm gonna leave this video here now, guys. Guys, I love you all so much. Any disagreements that I have with you guys, don't take it personal. We're all here to learn. Please take care, everyone. AP said, cool. Good night, everyone. I'm definitely going now. I've said it like 3 times in this video. I'm still here. Good night. Bye.